I think once I told Invesco, it was definitely changes happened. There was a particular part of my job which made me walk across 3 buildings several times a day to get documents signed, which was about 25 documents a week. And I was exhausted from all the walking, you know, it's a big building. And we changed the process and we now do it all electronically. So there's no walking, they don't need to be in the buildings, it's a much easier process, it's much more efficient, the directors have no problem with it. So parts of my job we've adapted, we've done the same process but in a different way, just a much more efficient way where it doesn't need, you know, people walking all over the place. So I think, you know, I'm maybe lucky with my company, but there are companies that would be supportive and, you know, want to make adaptations to help. And you know, a lot of companies I'm sure of the same, but I think it's really important that they know, so then they can understand that I'm not having a brilliant day today. Okay, no problem, work from home, you know, as long as you get the job done, my manager has no problem at all. So I think it's good to have that support, and colleagues, don't get me wrong, the guilt kicks in when you're saying, oh, I'm not feeling brilliant today, I'm going to work from home. But nobody else is miffed about it at all.
I think attitudes are changing, and they're changing relatively rapidly at the moment. I mean, it's, you know, they all want us out of the office more than I mean, when I only started like 15 odd years ago, and there was definitely a culture of you have to be there all the time, and that's definitely changing. Yeah. And that helps a lot to everyone who has any, I mean, it helps most people, to be honest. There are very few people. I mean, the only people I can think of are maybe our dealers. I mean, they have to be there. They can't work from home, but pretty much everyone else. But for me, what was really important, what my team really appreciates, is that I'm very, very flexible when I do this. So on Monday, I usually go in, we have a discussion of calendars, and on Monday at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, whenever this meeting happens, I decide this week working from home is Thursday. The next week it might be Wednesday, the week after it's Friday. The week after it's Thursday and Friday. It just depends on how the diary is looking, it depends on what everyone else has got on. If you can be that flexible, if the company then says no you can't, then it's not the right company for you as a disabled person, almost certainly.
At HSBC we have the ability network, so it's important to be able to reach out to other people and share experiences. One thing I did do was create another network for deaf and hard of hearing people and people with tinnitus, because as I said earlier, the definition of disability is so broad. So I wanted to create my own network and then encourage people to share similar stories. So recently there was a HR video on the internet. It was shared with everyone. I clicked on it, no subtitles. They emailed someone, they gave me the transcript, and then I shared it with my network. And said, you might be looking for this video and thinking you can't access it. So that's a good way to share experiences, but then at the same time doing things like the Diversity Project and finding out more about other disabilities as well has been really useful and helpful as well, because there aren't many deaf people at senior management level, and therefore I kind of have to, I want to get the message across that I can do the job, and it's important to network and ask for help if I need it as well.